actually still have my save file. It was my senior year of college I did this. Yeah, oh my god, I'm starting to realize just how long ago that was. Because that was like 3 years ago. So, I don't remember this. I don't remember if this was in the original version. I didn't watch my video. I didn't watch my own video on this. You've explored the far, far range, from the dusty shores of Dry Reef to the furthest reaches of the perilous Glass Desert. But there are worlds yet uncharted, Beatrix LeBeau. Rainbow Island awaits you. Climb aboard if you're ready for a new adventure. I might actually do it. I might actually play this game with the controller. I don't know. I don't feel like leaning in. I don't feel like leaning forward. So like this could be kind of interesting if I want to like make a small challenge here. Well, that slime seems more than ready to join my empire. If I activate this, we can get some upgrades for our pens. And it'll make them a lot better at holding slimes, and then it'll also maybe make us more money in the meantime, or make it easier to make money. They eat food, they take a shit, and for some reason people buy that stuff. All right, toss that in. So that gives us 280. And that is basically how you play the game. I don't know how much there is left to show you. Let me go and check out this pen. So that covers the basics. Now it's time to get out there and explore. I'm trying to remember how you get certain slimes. It's kind of like, I think you feed slimes other slimes crystals, and that's how you get entirely new slime. I don't know, we'll suck up a couple of them and we'll see where that gets us. And if I spawn any new guys, I guess I'll pick them up. So use a pogo fruit. Like I said, these guys eat pretty much anything. There's fruits, vegetables, and meat. It's time to test the limits on how many slimes we could fucking store in here. I don't know, everybody eat up. Do these guys eat anything? They eat veggie. You know, about those carrots, I may or may not have given them to the guys over here. You want to make sure that these guys don't get out, because there could be some disastrous consequences if slimes end up in the same pen. When a slime eats a plort that isn't their own, it ends up turning into a different slime, but then if it eats another different plort, it ends up turning into a tar. And then it can turn other slimes into tars. So you don't want that. I also noticed that these slimes can jump really high. There's also a day and night cycle. So sometimes there'll be slimes that only show up at night, and we want to watch out for those guys. Like, there's a yellow plort. Oh. Yeah, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Now I'm starting to remember how this worked. Okay, yes, that's how it works. That's how you make the bigger slimes. You have to feed them a different plort, and they become a largo. And they become the diet. They like combine the diets of the two different slimes. We can grab some plorts that we find locally, but now I'm starting to remember how all of this worked. So basically what we want to do is, instead of having two pens, we just do something like that. This could get very, very dangerous and volatile because they're all just gonna jump out, and we don't want them doing that. We can combine like different slimes for different things too. There's like an ever-changing economy. There's an ever-changing economy about plorts, where certain plorts will sell better than others. Just kind of carefully vacuum them up. Eventually, I think the first thing we want is an automatic plort collector. Please don't do that. Or a high wall. Actually, we might want a high wall. Resources acquired. Yeah, we take their fecal matter, which happens to be solidified crystals that people like. You know, there could be some really rich asshole somewhere in the far, far range whose wife wears this as a necklace. And we have to tell them, yeah, slime shat that out. It's not like there aren't uses for fecal matter in real life. You know what I mean? Like, people use manure. People use manure for things, but not for, like, jewelry. Okay, that's the slime I'm looking for. Yeah, we want this phosphorus slime. Activate. All right, awesome. We got a map. Yes, finally. And, honestly, I'm, like, thinking, how much area is there to cover in this game? I don't really know about all the new stuff. I was so in over my head when I started here. I remember hauling Jellystone back to the conservatory by hand because I was so excited. Breathless and sweating, I was going about everything all wrong. But I was happy. There's a little time now, so I'll need these refinery links if I'm going to be efficient. This time I'm going to do it right. But we want to make sure we see all of these. I'm not going to wander too far away because we don't really have enough support. We don't have enough support for many of these guys. I'm starting to see slimes that it's just like, yeah, I haven't seen this guy before. I mean, these guys just absolutely want to be in my ranch. Like, they're just walking up to me. And oh, of course, we got these guys. We got to feed them. And then we can access new locations. So I'll need to think about that for later. I don't have a jetpack yet, so somewhere in the area I'm gonna need to scrounge up the resources for that. That's like one of the first upgrades you want, because being able to explore more of the island is great. You have a new message waiting for you at the comm station. I don't remember that being something that you could receive. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. Honestly, it escapes me as to how they escaped. Oh, this is what's going on, huh? Okay. I think we should sort this out now. That's not good. I think what's happening is that they're getting hungry. So make that taller. We'll do the same for this one too. And also let me see who the hell's messaging me here. So I guess like we still get messages from these guys. Hello, Beatrix, do you read me? Testing. Perhaps you're lost at sea. Taken away by that mysterious boat, never to be... Oops, nope, just forgotten to turn the display on. He's got a Game Boy on his shirt. Last night I received a message from some sort of artificial intelligence program. It's written in code, but not one that I recognize. I'm in the process of analyzing it. Take this home portal. It should make the early stages of your journey easier. Alright, awesome. A yellow return portal. What we're gonna do, we're gonna put an air net here. So now what'll happen is that when these slimes try to leave, I can keep them trapped. I wonder how the Slime Rancher world abides by the laws of thermodynamics. If they're like a single-celled organism, or not, they're not single-celled, they're like multi-celled, I suppose. They have like the mitochondria and shit, and like a nucleus. Stuff like that you probably learned in like your science class in like 4th grade and you don't remember. You know, when they like rolled in the TV and they put on Safari montage on the TV to show you some documentary from like nature. Honestly, I feel like Safari montage predates most of you. Also, you're falling into the classic noob trap of having a bajillion pink slime. I know, I need to get rid of them. I kind of forgot how to really play this game, and I realized, like, now that I remember how to make Largos, I'm like, we don't need pink slime. Wait, what? I got a solar shield, it's fine. They're not getting out, if that's what you were worried about. All right, fight for that carrot. That does not look like a solar shield. No, it's fine, it is there, just trust me. Just trust me on this. So let's make a garden. And what, turn around? What happened? How the fuck did they get out? They vanished in the sun. Oh, shit, I didn't know that. You need a solar shield. That's why you said solar shield. I was like, no, I have a shield. This is an air net. So there's a difference between a solar shield and an air net. My bad. I don't know, I guess I never ran into that issue because I never bothered putting those guys outside. I don't know, I guess like, I can think of some other slimes that we could probably get, but I think I want to have an automatic collector first before we do anything like that, because there's like a certain type of slime that we could probably have, but they're kind of obnoxious. Like there's these slimes there's these like blue slimes that are spiky that you can find in like a later area. That's like kind of an early game area too. Here we are again. I'm sending the drones out to all their original scouting locations. Once I confirm the conditions are the same, I'll get to work. This place, I still remember being in all of these rainbow fields. It felt like being in a beautiful dream. And I guess in a way it was, because it ended much too soon. Still have no idea what that's all about. So I guess we can keep some of these guys around because they're a pretty straightforward slime to keep. But we'll probably get rid of them eventually because, you know, they're half like a worthless slime that I don't really care about. For now, this is incredibly inconvenient, having to kind of scoot through all of them and try to pick up the stuff that they left behind. We don't want this. We need something better than this. Also, the tabby slimes I was looking for. So these guys only eat meat. However, we can combine them with a rabbit slime, and what we can do is just feed them vegetables. Now we get a slime that eats vegetables. We get a slime that eats vegetables and drops tabby stuff. I hope that net will stop them. Because, like, if you have too many of them in a pen, they'll still overflow and break the net. Is that another giant slime up there? Yeah, there is. We'll feed this guy later. He's probably gonna take a lot. It's now raining. I don't remember if it rained in early access. All right, hello. The island gives me kind of a weird vibe, so I'm gonna keep poking around. Oh, and since I know you're starting from scratch out there, take this refinery link. Should make things easier for you. I'll just put it on your tab. Later, Tater. All right, some more shit I can work on. All right, so that stuff is probably not gonna be worth as much anymore. So it looks like the stocks on tabby slimes are starting to grow here. So what is this? Polestar Provisions is online. It has everything a rancher could ever need and more. Are these decorations? I might take a look at this stuff later, but I'm not as interested in that stuff right now. So we want to go over here. All right, welcome to hell. Where the hell is this? We can probably find some new slimes down here. What is that? That is an odd onion. I wouldn't trust this onion, even less so than a normal onion. Odd onions suck, okay. It actually tells you their favorite item. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that. These angler slimes are nice and all, but I think we can catch like some other... There's probably some other slime around here that we could probably catch. You're the dude I'm looking for. That's a rock slime. This is the guy we're looking for. We got mostly what we came for, so I think we should just head back. I just needed 2 new slimes that I could work with. Now, what I might do, I might get rid of the bunnies. I might get rid of the the cotton largos, put the tabby largos in that pen, and then put these guys in the auto collector because any slime that's combined with a rock slime, it's you can get hurt using them. So we want to put them in like the auto collection. We want to put them in the one with the auto collector. Do you have some plorts and new bucks to spare? If so, you'll want to explore the wonders of slime signs. Check out the lab underneath and begin crafting vac upgrades and gadgets. I don't remember perfectly what slime science needs. It's been like a year or 2. That's why I'm checking as well. I don't remember either. So upgrades. I honestly think this UI is new. This UI does not look the same. All right, so in this case, what we should do now... Grab the rest of these, and then we'll store this. I want to say you don't get these back when you toss them in. We're gonna get these guys out, and we're gonna do like one giant move. I'm going to take these guys and just boot them out. We don't need these guys anymore. I will have to go back and get more cotton later, by the way. So I'm not too upset about like getting rid of these guys right now. I just don't have an extra pen. I don't have the money. I could get an extra pen. I don't really feel like getting one right now. Oh, wait, no. We get cotton plorts anyway from these guys. Never mind. I need to pay for one more net. So sleep until... Oh, whoops. I misinput. Okay. I slept for 24 hours. We got the cotton plorts, and then we got the tabby plorts, which I know we need to... The cotton plorts are actually used for something. All of you. In there. So I believe these guys can just kind of survive on their own. So these guys eat meat. However, these idiots eat vegetables. I think eventually they should all turn into Largos. Seems like a large amount of slime. Should I pull some of them out? How many slimes do you think would be too many? Like, now that I'm seeing just how many Largos could be in here. Oh, God. Okay, now... I think I've started to regret this. Okay, pull some of these guys out. These extras, we don't really need to care about these guys. So we'll just toss them away. These guys belong in the water. We're gonna need a collector on this thing too, eventually. This is not good. There's too many of them in here. Give me the resource harvester. I hear you're off on a big new adventure on a mysterious island filled with secrets and danger and maybe a few succulent fruits or veggies the world has never seen before. So if you see something new, please tell me about it. Tasty treats aside, I want to know all about the new flora and fauna you discover. Never forget, every bit of this wild world is precious and worth our care and respect. If you want dervish slimes like the ones in the glass desert in the first game, wait until the weather gets bad. Yeah, I don't remember if weather was in this game when the game first launched. I think like angler plorts I don't believe are used for anything, as far as I know. So I'm gonna sell these. Actually, I'm probably gonna save, I'm probably just gonna spend this for now. Nutrient soil makes crops always yield a max harvest. And we'll get this, why not? So now we can always get the max yield of vegetables. Slime Sea is a giant amalgamation of slime and water that all slimes you see come from. And every time you spit a slime into the sea, you are putting it back to where it came from. Basically, slimes are amphibious blobs that consume the planet one chicken at a time. Well, like the carnivorous ones do. Or a lot of these guys actually just eat anything, honestly. Oh, it says there's a cyclone happening. Well, I see a cyclone somewhere. Oh. Well, there's one. This is new. I've not seen this before. Off it goes into the water. Oh. Catch him. Catch him. All right, got him. We can get a plort collector for this guy. And speaking of which, oh wait, no, these guys look like they're being fed. This looks fine. What I'm really after is the jetpack. So I need to find radiant ore. I'm not really sure where I get that. So I think we're gonna make another coral. Now, the thing is, I need more money. I can't combine these guys with the phosphorus slimes yet because, I need a solar net. So how much is this worth? Oh my God. That is juicy. Oh, wow, these guys, they sure eat fruit. All right, so immediately the stock went down because of my actions yesterday. But that's good for like a quick deal. Suck all that in. Let me see what that's looking like. 18, 20. That's actually really damn good. Tabby plorts were actually needed for something, for the tank booster. So I guess like we don't really need the money from these right now. So nutrient soil. All right, give me this. I was up all night trying to synthesize the perfect gift for you. Hypothesizing, testing, throwing my results in the trash, starting all over again. Finally, I discovered an alternate method: shopping for something online. The process was surprisingly straightforward. All right, thank you. All right, we were literally short one. Okay, so that's how you get over there. I want to say there's a way to make fast travel to these locations, right? Excuse me, everybody. So this is where we can get the radiant ore. And what is that? Oh, hey, heartbeat. This place is really, really pretty. And also really, really vibrant. Like, good God. Is that it? There it is. We can actually make a jetpack. We are back. All right, that's fine. No, God damn it. What if I fell in the water? So I think we're good to go. We can get out of here now. I bet all the slimes I've got back at home are wondering where the hell I am and where the hell the food is gone. I think some of these rock plorts I'll put inside the refinery for some other stuff we need to research. Oh wait, right, we need the jetpack. Oh, you can make like a better jetpack. Consumes 20% less energy, produce double the fun. We'll need this. Oh wow, that is much more expensive than I was expecting. We'll just buy all the upgrades we can get. Hobby and I were just talking about you. Word is you went off to parts unknown of this here rock with a thirst for new adventure. Atta girl. You just keep on walking to see what new wonders are around the next corner until your boots have holes. And get yourself some new boots and do it some more. Alright, let's jump down and grab this. Alright, so that gives me new area here in the map. I don't remember a marker on the compass thing at the top. Actually, yeah, I don't recall this marker system either. I think I've always talked about it in like an open world game. Where for some reason I do find it very satisfying to just kind of fly around. to kind of just move around and just discover more area, and then also, like, fill it out in the map. Alright, so there's another map. So is that the entire area here? I want to say, yeah, this is more area that isn't on the map. Yeah, I definitely remember this and not knowing what the fuck this was. Oh, here's the map. So now we have a... Oh, wow. That covers a lot of area down there. Oh, wow. Jesus Christ. I guess there's an angler Gordo down here. I don't know what the hell this is all about. So yeah, you can put wild honey in there. You can take nectar, but I don't really want to spend it. Well, no, the nectar is exclusively for flutter slimes, but the problem is that you can't get a sustainable amount of it. So you'd have to breed the slime with someone else. You have to breed the slime with like a honey slime or something, and then you can just feed them fruit. Speaking of which, is there any specific fruit that honey slimes like? These guys like mint mangoes. These guys like moondew nectar, which is like the only nectar that I've even found. There's cuberry, stony hens, water lettuce, sea hens. Okay. Yeah, I guess I should start getting those feeders installed. Another message, right on time. I need to go check that. Hello. Alright, what's up, Moki? Hey, Bea, those drones you've been finding all over the island? There's something weird about them. Huh? Hey, I got eyes in the sky and I'm gonna use them. I'm also readying a team of drones to head over there and check things out in a more hands-on fashion, but I digress. Anyway, that drone seems super advanced, almost alien. And I thought, okay, there's some aliens out there checking out Rainbow Island just like you, but no, I don't think so. Because it looks a lot like the drones we use, but so much more familiar to me. Almost like it's giving me deja vu. It's kind of creepy. Hey, don't be scared. It's probably just aliens. Giant, three-headed aliens with huge claws that are looking for humans to capture. Or eat. Or both. I need to actively be on the search out for more vegetables. Otherwise, we're gonna get angry and hungrier. I am firing the wrong thing in there. That was a misinput. That was a very bad misinput. Son of a bitch. That was an awful misinput. Well, that fucking sucks. I should not have done that. As much as we'd love to have slimes live together in the same pen, sometimes it just doesn't work out. Sometimes you just fire a plort into there that shouldn't be in there, and then you just ruin everything. We can fabricate a yellow return home portal. Yeah, make one of these. What's up? What's up right now? We actually need honey plorts for certain things, but I think the flutter plort we don't really need. And like, that stuff can also go. So honestly, I'm kind of considering getting a new area. Up north, maybe we can access this. I'm going to make a solar shield. All right. So 2, 3. All right, it was exactly 30. I wonder if that's the same for all Gordos. I'm gonna take like 4 of these guys. I think that's all we really need. And then I guess that leads me to this door, which again, you would need a certain thing to bring here. You have to bring a certain item here for it to work. But there is jellystone, so I might as well take this as well. Bob. Hello, fellow human. That is definitely 3 slimes in a trench coat. Alright, so everybody here likes fruit. Everybody here is in favor of fruit. Oh, wow. That is expensive. I might start, like, growing mint. Or, like, the heartbeats. I'm not really sure who eats heartbeats. Rock likes heartbeats. About the rock slimes. They may or may not have been taken away for the time being. Tabby plorts and cotton plorts, not exactly important anymore. But they are still used in recipes, so that's why I still keep them around. I have not really explored the Ember Valley. Is this where we can find bat slimes? This looks like the kind of place for that. Yeah, it is. You guys, I kind of need more of you guys too again. I lost you guys recently. How do we run bats and anglers this time? Oh, right. There's these guys. The crystal slimes. I kind of forgot about these guys. We want to grab these guys too. Okay, let's go for an entirely new set then. I think I kind of remember this area too. What does this guy eat? Vegetables? When I see areas like this, it makes me wonder if I'm even meant to be here. The problem is that I can't really afford to bring back, like too many slimes because I don't have room to support them all. I don't exactly know what's going on here either. I don't think I ever found out what was back here when I first did this. Here's a Boom Gordo. He only eats meat. That's gonna make things kind of complicated. I need to somehow get my hands on that many chickens. How's the flutter economy? It's clearly gone down after the few orbs that I've actually given it, and then I have to immediately think about something else. I think these guys, okay, some of these guys actually like this. Man, you would need to grow a lot of food to support these guys. Oh, right, this would need a collector, wouldn't it? Because I ain't stepping in that. The more slimes you have in your base, the less time you have to explore because you have to maintain them. Yeah, that's also true. I don't know, unless you have like a stock of food, and you have to be growing a lot of food. So first off, I know like phosphor is lucrative, but I actually need this for crafting. Everything else is fair game. I think actually I need to upgrade this too. You know, you have to spend money to make money, so we're not exactly very close anymore. And like, I think this, I might actually tear this down. I'm like, I'm very much considering it. I don't know, what would I do, like... Oh, that was the entire, okay. It was morning. Sorry, I was just like, hey, let's make it daytime. So now what we can do is we can come back here. And we can now buy an entirely new area. I had been pacing all over the conservatory after it happened, my mind racing with what I should have done differently. I felt so guilty, so misguided. I ended up in these ruins and I just slumped against one of the walls, totally exhausted. The stones were solid and cold and I felt the weight of the history they carried with them. And even a tiny bug crawling along one of the cracks in the wall slipped inside it and vanished. It passed through these ancient stones as if they were smoke. That's when it all came to me. Alright, thank you for being intentionally mysterious and obtuse. Let's go farm some deep brine. Are the markers something I put down manually, or is it like, we'll show you like different locations for brine? Well, actually, no, that seems stupid if it was like that. So I bet it's like, if you find brine, then you can just leave a marker saying there is brine here, come back for it some other time. Honestly, I feel like I've done just about as much as I did in the 3 videos I made on this game. Like, I feel like I've made a lot of progress. I think we found all the brine we possibly could find at this moment. I don't really know when I got this extra heart cell, honestly. We might have enough money to like buy more area. Did you discover the Fissure of Forgotten Eyesight? I have not. Wait, that doesn't even sound like something that's in Slime Rancher. What are you even saying to me? What is that? The giant crack in the wall. Oh, no, I have no idea how to get back there. I think we're gonna buy this area. So this is the gully, the gulch. All right, so we now have the gulch. I also see something down here. I don't think this is anything, actually. See, now that we have like a money farm, I can basically unlock everything. So now we have a new space here. I'm not sure if there's anything special about this area. It is big. So there's apparently like another area even beyond this. So how much is this? So this is 6,000. Okay, that's even more expensive. Is there anything special that happens in a lightning storm? We can buy the den. Now we have like 3 major areas unlocked. We feed these guys. Honestly, I think that's all they need. The rest of this can go to these guys. I feel like these guys get way hungrier. Beatrix, I have something I need to share with you about the AI. As you know, we've been exchanging questions with one another, while this back and forth became faster and more casual over time. Almost like a natural conversation. We began playing games of Go as we talked. A way I could further test its intellect, and no doubt how it could test mine. And then one day, as the sun was rising, it suggested just one more game. I said certainly, but I needed to make myself a cup of coffee if I were to stay awake for it. And it replied, me too. I just stared at the screen, not knowing what to say. But then suddenly, it's as if it had knew what it had just done. It disconnected. I've not heard from them since, but I hope I do. Oh, lo siento, Beatrix. That means sorry in Spanish. I'm very smart. I thought that even the flora on Rainbow Island is unnatural. Maybe it would have been recorded somewhere with some information we could use. And it turns out there's nothing. I can't find a single mention of rainbow-hued flora anywhere. So that means that whatever happened on that island to make it look that way, look the way it does, it happened recently. Hi, Bea. How's life on the Rainbow Island? Gosh, it's been fun to say. It must be a hoot. You know, ever since I heard you were going off doing something new, I got to thinking about my own life and what's next for the new me. Or what's next new for me. Hobson and I both have seen and done so much in our lives. I read that too fast. Sorry, I have a habit of reading too quickly now. I don't know. I feel like I never had this habit when I was a kid. All I'd have to do is grind out a couple days, and I already have every area unlocked with, like, the money. Oh, shit. No. Where did that plurtus go? Money is usually not an issue once mid-game hits. Are we already in mid-game, honestly? I did say you're speedrunning. Yeah, I honestly don't even feel like I'm playing that quickly. I was like, you know what? I just, like, knew, like, the best stuff to do. In the last stream, we also ended it with buying pretty much every property in the area. We bought most of the properties in the area. We bought most of them, and there's, like, some of the more expensive ones that we need to get. If I had to guess, this game is just as long as Slime Rancher 1. And I don't remember, like, I don't think I beat Slime Rancher 1. I think, like, I played it, but, like, I don't think I actually played through the entire game, if not slightly shorter. I feel like they're intending to add more stuff now that the game is out. I want to say they are. I don't really remember what they said. Now, I want to say these guys eat heartbeats. I think. God damn it. So how much, okay, wow, we were literally one vegetable short. Does this take me does this take me anywhere important? I don't recall being up here. We've got these guys, but puddle slimes, I don't have a place to support them yet. I don't think there's anything, oh. Is that on the map? No, I've not seen that yet. Oh, shit. I didn't think that one through. Oh, shit. Fuck! God damn it! When you knock out, you rest for several hours. If you're not careful, you might wake up to a mob of hungry, unruly slimes on your ranch. Yeah, I can see that. When you get the jetpack in this game, sometimes it's very confusing to determine where the hell is the intended path. Because I can pretty much fly wherever the hell I want. Oh, mint mangoes. I want to say I've been meaning to grow these. You can see that they sprout from those flowers there, and I assume they kind of fall off. There's the fissure. Well, yeah, I see the crack in the wall. I don't think it allows you to, like, go into it, right? It's not. It is very bright. The game worth playing now, or is it half finished? Honestly, I personally have not noticed what's different from early access. I actually don't know, Joel. So it's like obviously I'm having, like, I think I really like this game. But it's like, I'm like thinking about, like, I can't really tell what's new. I'm having trouble noticing what's new. You slime right there? Oh yeah, that's a Largo. And also this guy, ringtail slime. Where are we right now? So there's like an angler slime somewhere like in the area around here as well. One thing I noticed is that this area here only has 4 slots. So I'm not really sure why I would buy this one first. I think I'm gonna buy this one here. It's a lot of maintenance. I'd have to walk through the entire farm and check everything to make sure all the slimes are happy. I don't know. I don't know if I'd ever want to keep that many slimes. But either way, here's the tide pool. Beatrix, I was cleaning out the lab and I found this. No! I'm out of grapes. I basically am in a position where I can make as much money as I want. And also, like, now it's just kind of like the grind to feed, like, several giant slimes. And I don't really know where this is going. All right, so give me higher walls and then give me spring grass. Very latest in poultry tech. Vitamizer bathes the hens in Vita rays, allowing them to produce eggs twice as fast. I don't know. We'll get the works. All right, get in the pen. Get in the pen, chicken. Let us text to speech our messages? I don't know how to do that. Now that you've asked me, I'm going to go out of my way to not do it. We're gonna keep the stream scuffed forever. I feel like ringtail slimes, I don't think we really want to keep these guys. If they just constantly get angry all the time. I think, like, what we want to be after. There's, like, a specific type of slime that I want to go after. There was just, like, a tabby slime over here the entire time, which I assume it's, like, a fast travel point. When I left the ranch, when I left my home, I thought that somehow I would prove myself. That I would prove to my parents that my choice was the right one, and they would forgive me for not continuing their legacy. That's not how it worked out. And before I started my journey, I heard that they had sold the ranch, and I just couldn't face them. So I left again without seeing them. I regret that choice every day. I wish I could have said goodbye. Or deeply rooted lore. Holy shit, he ate them all. I mean, there are a lot of water plorts. We're not really selling these, so I guess, like, this should be helpful. There are radioactive slimes, right? Like, I don't remember where you find radioactive slimes, but I want to say there are. There are radioactive slimes. Understand that the plot is thickened like a good sauce, and you've encountered some kind of monolithic structure out there on the far end of the island. Scary stuff. But then maybe my hunch is correct that all the strange flora out there is not natural. I don't know what you'll find beyond those walls, but I trust your boots in any garden. I know you'll do what's right. Good luck, Beatrix. Radioactive slimes don't exist in this. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, they aren't in this game. Never mind. I was about to say, I feel like I haven't seen any. Oh. Of course we were short 1. Of course we were short by 1. All right, so this takes us back home, I presume. That's nice. That's a good place to get back. I wonder what the hell's back here. All right, so I don't know, like, maybe it'll take more than 30. I guess we're about to find out. Okay, it is gonna take more than 30. So be it. Here's more of the boom slimes. We're probably gonna take, like, a couple of these guys home. And we're gonna make, like, an entirely new slime. I don't know, we'll have to find, like, some other interesting slime to combine them with. All right, perfect. Thank God. So what's going on in here? The Ember Valley portal. And then we might have gotten something else. I wasn't really sure what it was. The gate is still sealed too, so I must really have been the first to enter since it was abandoned. It was here that I had my first doubts. I thought I was talking to engineers, problem solvers, people who could fix what I found. Once we left the labyrinth and met up here, I saw they were smiling. They were excited at the sight of the opportunity. The company had sent their money people, not engineers. I don't think they had even considered stabilization. It wasn't long before it all collapsed. What the hell is this? You gotta do a puzzle? Well, I have no idea what's down there. Is this like a death plane? I can't tell what the hell this is. Oh, fuck. Okay, that is a death plane. 28? That's actually pretty damn good. And then like flutter plorts. I bet these sell for even better. Now we can start just automatically slotting these in. I don't know, this is the kind of stuff that makes the silo a little less important. You should save a bunch of plorts when their price goes up. Yeah, that's true too. I just don't have really any way to store you don't really get a way to store plorts. I don't know why I've gone this long without making auto feeders. I really shouldn't. I don't know what you expected when going near the fog. I thought there was something down there. I was like, when someone mentioned the fog, when Blue said the fog, I was like, is there something down there? Beatrix, I received another message from the AI that I have found in communication with since your arrival on Rainbow Island. The message was somewhat personal to me, but also contained vital information for you. So in the interest of presenting all data to its fullest, I will read it verbatim. Victor, thank you for chatting with me over those many days in which I got to know you better. I must confess that I had entered our correspondence with the aim of verifying your scientific ability. Our correspondence has not only assured me of this, but unexpectedly, has provided comfort and companionship in the dark days that I now find myself within. I'm sending you a partial blueprint to a gadget I tried to develop but cannot. If you can complete it, I believe it is the key to entering the Grey Labyrinth. Oh, okay, so this is like... I bet you don't get... Do you get this call, like, once you find that room? This ranch was one of the first on the far, far range, and we learned so much. So we started talking about maybe passing all that on to someone. So Hobson and I have decided to start a family, Bea. And for the first time as long as I can remember, I'm scared. Hobson and I are both so independent, we don't know the first thing about being parents, let alone raising a kid on the far, far range. But I love that old coot, and the thought of seeing a little one looking back at me with his eyes makes me smile. How old is this person? I don't mean to ask, but I'm like, is this about adoption or is it like actually making a kid? I mean, good luck with that though. I don't know, I'm not really sure if I'm rushing things. I'm not really sure like how quickly I'm moving through the game. Because I don't know if like the whole radiant projector thing, I have no idea of like what's behind that labyrinth door. I have no idea what's in there is the end of the game or something. I feel like we don't need this here. We're gonna need to feed this guy some meat. How do you feel about being fed 30 chickens? Force-fed 30 chickens. Honestly, this looks like a shortcut. This looks like it's just gonna unlock some kind of shortcut. I don't think it's gonna do anything special. All right, cool, that was plenty. Does this take me anywhere interesting? I guess this is the last slime over here. Is there any way to like just produce nectar for ourselves? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put a portal here. Okay, just put this down. I don't know, we'll just have to run back here some other time. We still gotta go get the lava slimes. I feel like we have not done much slime ranching in this stream. We might as well just sell them. We have way too many of these. We can also upgrade this. Now we have like plenty of mint mango. What's the upgrade for the extra slot? So extra tank, we need silky sand. I actually might not have picked up any silky sand before. I saw this item and it just screamed Beatrix. All right. Oh, a red return portal. That is honestly really nice. Where do I need to go next? So we still need to feed that guy. Is there any easy way back there? It's through there. So I guess we can always get back to that slime when we need to. How's your PC mic so good? Honestly, I sometimes have like frustrations with my mic. I think it's like very high quality, but the problem is sometimes when I'm like recording a video and I'm recording like narration for any parts of my video, like any specific parts where I think there should be narration, for some reason the audio just behaves completely differently. And I don't know why. And I think it's like because I'm like making footage out of some of my older videos, so maybe the way I recorded my audio was slightly different back then. And I don't know, something changed. Something changed about it. And it just kind of sounds weird when I record it. Upgrades, people, upgrades. So we can now get this. We have enough jellystone for it. So we can get like another heart upgrade. I'm under the impression that we're not going to be needing tabby slimes for research anymore. What is that? Oh, that's also Slimepedia. Wait, hold up. It's now 24. When did that happen? I mean, like, we gotta cash in while the stock is high, you know? So it's like, you can wait for the price on a specific day to be very high, and then you can just, like, you can just, like, dump it. I don't know, I've been meaning to sell these anyway. Maybe we'll, like, buy the final plot of land this stream. That's what I'm kind of intending to do. There's not really many other things that we can buy. Let me check out some of the silo upgrades. So what is this? You can have up to 4 port storages. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. And why not? Let's just have all 4 sides. Alright, so I guess I've just never collected it myself. I assume this resets every day. Let's see what's going on over here on this island. We have definitely not come over here before. We've got everything we've came here for. I think we can get out of here now. So give me the extra tank. This is honestly a huge upgrade. We now have an extra slot. So these guys are slowly starving to death. We can solve that with death. You're not needed here anymore. And if we do need them, we can get them in the area. Like, these slimes are in the area, so it's, like, not that big of a deal if we need to get more of these guys. Alright, have fun. You might need some fruit for the baddie slimes? Yeah, I've got mint mangoes growing in another area. What are you feeding the honey flutter slimes? Flutter slimes, they like moondew nectar, and then... Oh, wait, these guys actually like mint mangoes. Yeah, because I knew that, yeah. I wasn't feeding them Q-berries. What do I do about this? The bat slimes, I'll probably just feed them this. They eat vegetables, but this isn't their favorite food. It's just the heartbeats actually need to be fed to a specific one. I'm going to spend this money, and then I'm going to go and buy the last plot of land, and then we'll have all of it. The dig site. All right, purchase 5 ranch expansions, which I want to say is all of them. How many roosters do you need to, like, continuously breed chickens? Do we just need 1 rooster in here? I'm gonna leave 4 of them in here. For some reason, the inventory management in this game is actually, like, surprisingly all right, despite being doomed to only have 4 items in your inventory at the beginning. Give me the dash boots. All right, craft 8 unique player upgrades. That's an achievement I just got. I don't know, we'll just say fuck it, feed him everything. I don't plan on putting the seagulls in here. Actually, maybe the seagulls won't be necessary. Alright, well, they were semi-necessary. Honestly, hunter slimes, maybe we'll have, like, a space for them. Okay. I'd rather return to nature than be trapped in a pen. I don't think we're gonna feed the nectar slime today. I think we'll do that some other time. Hey, can I have a pen of these painted, chickens? Can I, like, make a pen of these guys? They can breed, right? Painted roosters don't exist. The painted hens breed with normal roosters. Oh, okay, perfect. So I assume this is, yeah, this is lava dust. How much of this did we need? Did we need, like, 20 of this? Did we need 10 or 20? I mean, we'll probably need more later eventually. Well, this is where the maze is. Ow. Or, like, not the, it's like the entrance to the labyrinth or something. They actually put something back there? I would hope so. It's 1.0. I would hope they put something back there. Like, the fuck you mean? Oh, they put something back there. Also, I'm low-key, I think I know where to get these sea hens. So I'm honestly just gonna dip on them. I don't need them right now. Ow. There's 8. Well, that works. Yeah, there's like a lot of it. There's a lot of it in this area. So dump this in here. We're gonna work our way over here and like start collecting some nectar too. So these guys get feral if they don't eat, I suppose. So then we have a music box, which I think would probably help here. I guess a plort collector, put that in there first. I don't know, these guys don't need, these guys can be out at night, right? Hunter slimes, I think, go invisible in the day. So I guess like that doesn't matter because they'll always be sitting in here. I know there's like a lot of them. I know there's a lot of them. But, I think we can make this work. Alright, as for you idiots. Alright, knock yourselves out. I don't know, we'll see what they do with this many chickens. Alright, so that'll at least give us some money for the upgrade. So, the thing about the nectar, when does it primarily grow? Vine tangle. Get to the root of the pollen. A strange phenomenon occurs on Rainbow Island when pollen clouds swell to unusual levels. Plant life in the area will grow rapidly, erratically, spreading creeping vines from all directions. And then there's also a wild tangle slime that we might be able to find. Yoki slimes are rare. Why are you leaving it? What? I honestly did not notice it. What Yoki slime? I didn't see one either. All right. Oh. Well, there's a tangle slime. I don't know. It probably got eaten by the tar. I just didn't see it. Oh, was that what you were talking about? How many of these did we need? We needed like 10 of them, but I think I already had a couple. I didn't see how many more I needed. It looks like nectar's starting to grow back. I don't know, it'll be like a huge relief when we're done with that, specific guy. This is the kind of shit I would just like do off camera. Oh, okay, cool. We're already done. Thank God. What the hell is this? The breach is so much smaller now. It fills me with hope. I remember when I first found it, I just walked right into the labyrinth and began exploring its endless gray halls, not even understanding what was really happening. But it's not so easy this time. Whatever I do, I need to shut the door tight behind me. I can't let it all happen again after coming this far. Where is this person? Is this person in the back rooms? Like, what is happening? All right, there's a Starlight Strand portal. There are portals that lead you to the other islands. Okay, thank God. Honestly, it was kind of in the back of my head because it wasn't bugging me like that much. But the fact that that actually is a thing, that's great. What's going on over here? There's another door. This game is actually kind of huge. I would say there's probably gonna be like 5 streams to like beat the campaign. The thing about this labyrinth, or whatever these things are, we need like some special item to kind of solve the puzzle there. There's like a special item that we need to go back and make. Can I just put an egg slime inside the coop? So there's like a lot of chicklings. So for these standard chicks, genocide. You dropped some slime lore on me, where it was like, oh, when you return a slime to the water, it's kind of like returning it back to where it was born. But it's just like, no, these chicklings, fuck them kids. You gotta make it so there's only painted chicklings inside there, so then we can just have painted chickens the rest of the way. Let's also buy an auto feeder. These hunter plorts, I believe, sell for quite a bit. And same with these tangle plorts. I also marked a certain place on the map, because apparently, there actually is something right here. You actually see it, like, right there. There's a little bit of a discoloration. There actually is something there. And I decided to look up where that was. Okay, there it is. So what goes on here? Secret behind the waterfall. Kinda. Yeah, so this is whole snowy region. I think this area was added in one of like the first updates that was made for the game. Back when this game was released on early access. I kind of remember because I actually have a thumbnail. I actually had a thumbnail I made that was for the update, but then I ended up never making the video. What an amazing discovery. This glacier wasn't even here when I first came to the island. I'm not sure how that's possible, so I'm sending out additional drones to collect more data. In the meantime, I'm going to see if this snow is as fun as the stories I read as a kid. Also, I was carrying these mint mangoes to feed that honey slime. I wanted to go see what that was all about, but I just kind of didn't think about it. There's entirely new slimes we could find here as well. Also, I would imagine this place is maybe permanently like in a state of like nighttime. Whoa. This fucking Rainbow Road. Perfect snowflake. They make all the other snowflakes feel jealous. That guy looks different. Saber slime. And a thunder cluck hen. Alright, we have an entirely new slime we can grab. Let me also access the map. Alright, so that is half of this new area. So there's something over in the west. Slime Rancher, if you could combine up to 3 slimes instead of 2. Hey, there'd be a lot more combination. But would that be overwhelming? I don't know, maybe. Well, I don't know. I think like some people would kind of like relish in the complexity. I feel like some people would like that. Like, come on, there's a lot more to live for on this island. You didn't have to do that. I think this place is nice. I wouldn't. This place can't be that bad. Come on. All right, here's the other section of the map. All right, so now we've seen everything. Now we can see everything. So we have one Gordo we can feed. I'm not sure if that's the only Gordo. What the hell is this? Oh, okay, I see. I don't see. You know, I honestly thought that it was just permanently nighttime here. I did not realize I came here at night. I believe the North and South Pole, some regions of them can be like permanently nighttime. They can be permanently nighttime. That's what I thought at first. I just wanted to show this area because I was like, I knew we were able to find this area somehow. I knew there was a way to get to this area. I just couldn't figure out how. I wanted to make these. So this takes buzz wax. This takes primordial oil. These 2 portals would be very important. We already have a yellow return portal. Red return portal takes more primordial oil. And then this is, we can make this really easily. So we now have a blue return portal. I have something for you. Created a blueprint of a key, a special archive key for drones you've been finding. If any archival data exists in them, this should be the way to access it. Drone archive key. Let me concentrate. Honestly, I felt like we could not find honey at all last time we did this. Maybe it like alternates. Like on some days it'll give us honey, some days it gives us wax. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see what happens. Oh wait, no, never mind. Here's some wax. I actually needed a bit more. I'm very confident that it's more like you collect the honey and then it becomes wax. And then you collect more wax and then it becomes, you recollect the wax and then you get honey out of it. Hentai tier list? I don't know. It's like, you know what? We're not having this conversation. There are way too many damn plorts in there. Do we really need it? I was honestly low-key wondering if we were near the end of the game at all. But it sounds like there's still a decent bit more to do. Are these guys hungry? One thing I do notice is that we have so much of that. Starlight Strand portal. Let's make one. How about Ember Valley portal? That takes more primordial oil. So now we can go to the Starlight Strand whenever we want. Saber Cage when? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. I guess like we could just toss them down. I wasn't really sure what slime I wanted to combine them with, but honestly, they're not going to be doing anything productive if I just keep them in here. Let's put that over here. Let's go high walls, music box, air nets. We don't really need a solar shield. We'll need these. And we'll keep the 6 of you in there. Everybody eat up. Like, these guys get busy. You can have so many of these guys. Honestly, it's like having a lot of chickens is like maybe very viable. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Back to the void. Oh, shit. I didn't realize there's like a glass window here. The other portal for the Ember Valley will need primordial oil. That's the whole reason I was like trying to find some. And this area, it's like this game is honestly really pretty. It's like the colors just feel way more vibrant in the second game. Which I guess this place is called Rainbow Island, so I would be surprised if they weren't. Well, that was really easy. You only needed 2 of those. Now we can see what the fuck this is all about. I would assume there was nothing like this in the first game. I think there was something called the Slimulation in the first game. Some stuff where it got kind of weird. The Grey Labyrinth, an imposing layer cake whose depths hide ancient prismatic sea. God damn. I feel like this game has just been lagging a lot more. I'm not sure it had something to do with the stream. Oh, God. There's an entirely new area here. Is there a map? Grab those slimes? I cannot. Yeah, these slimes do not seem to be able to be picked up. I checked that immediately when I came in. Oh. It's you. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. Hello, Beatrix. I mean, Miss LeBeau. I mean, is Beatrix okay? Sorry, I just can't believe I'm talking to you now. You're kind of a legend where I'm from. Sorry, you probably have a million questions, and I'm so sorry, but I can only be so helpful. I'm in a position now where I need to manage what I'm doing here at all times until we can fix it. It's very delicate work, so we'll need to keep our chats a little short. You seem to know me, but I don't know you. Thank you for the subscription with Prime, Bee and Cookie. Welcome back. Thank you very much. I'm so sorry. I should have introduced myself. I'm Gigi. I'm a botanist. So this is like the person that we've been like reading about through the droids. Through like the little robots that were sitting on the island. Help me save Rainbow Island. Maybe even all of the far, far range. All right, we're getting galaxy scale here. Beforehand, what like world endangering event happened in the previous game? Was there anything like that in the previous game? Long ago, something from way out there in space crashed into what is now Rainbow Island, and slowly it began to change things. The rocks and cliffs blushed with color, and then ripples with veins of the same prismatic hues that sprouted from the grasses and other flora. Even the atmosphere here has kind of a hypercolor to it. It's everywhere, all spreading from the thing from space. That thing, I call it the Prismacore, changes the properties of everything around it. Starts with color, but then material and elemental changes begin. How do we stop it? We traverse to the Great Labyrinth and find me. Traverse to the Grey Labyrinth and find me. I cannot leave my post, but I can communicate with you through these devices as you find them. Once you find me, we can try to stop what's happening here. In the meantime, I'll do my best to answer more questions as you think of them. But heck, even if you don't have any, it will just be good to chat with another human. This is if you want the lore. If you want like the huge lore drop that was given to us right here. It's right there. What am I meant to do that has to do with Slime Rancher in this? So we're now like an action adventure game. We're like a platformer now. Shadow plort. Chase your shadow, it will flee. I've not caught a shadow slime, but I caught a shadow plort. I have no idea how you would catch these guys. Okay, cool. It was the right one. So this looks like yeah, this is a shortcut back into this room. It looks like nobody has actually... Hey, a pink teleporter. I don't know. I could totally make a teleporter between the labyrinth and here. These things are already almost full again. I basically had to spend the entire day on the ranch, like, working with this. I think the only resort is that we have to stop feeding them. Let's go make this teleport pad. So give me one of these. We can only have one of these in existence. Two-way teleporters can create a custom warp route between 2 locations. Install both teleporters from the same set to create your desired warp route. I'm going to assume that, like, the 2 entrances to this place, they meet up in the same, they have like the same meeting point. Maybe you just had like the choice. Ooh, is that a new slime? And then there's also an unstable vegetable. I guess we can mix this guy with the, with like the saber slimes. I don't know, I'll steal the plorts. I guess I'm gonna have to make a teleporter deeper in. There's also a map in there. It's a total recreation of aspects of the environment outside down to the atmosphere. Cosmic ocean. Cosmic Ocean from Spelunky, basically. I guess I'm just expected to explore. What I wanted to show you today here in Slime Rancher was the Pronto Mart. So, fun fact, we have not touched this the entire playthrough. We have not touched this store the entire playthrough. A lot of the shit that I was thinking like, oh, where do we get this? You get this here in the store. You can actually buy the teleporters here. I took the pink teleporter because I'm gonna have a teleporter that takes me from here to the Grey Labyrinth. I wanted to go to Ember Valley anyway because I think I wanted to mark some spaces where I could get some more Primordial Oil. So, goals for today, I want to explore more of the Grey Labyrinth. Preferably, we should discover all of it. Here's one Primordial Oil spot. I don't know, maybe this won't be as difficult as I thought. There's like a set of 3 of them you can find too. I think this space here, I'm definitely going to put a marker here. Like, you want to be able to find this spot. I want to collect more pink plorts so we can keep making more, like, flags. I want to check if we can make any more of those projectors. I don't know how many of them we'll need, but I'd like to have more of them. Need more silky sand, so we'll need to go, like, find a spout. Keep in mind, they choose where to put resources in a few of the set location. It's not the same space every single time. Alright, well, there's some silky sand. I don't know, like, when I think of these spouts, I'm under the impression that it stays like that. It stays where it is, and I just come back the next day. Too bad you can't buy any of this stuff. Get my way. You can even find it on this space here. Oh, yeah, here it is. Fabricate. We can make 3 more of these. So I think 6 of these should be fine for our purposes for now. What shirt are you wearing? It's a completely black shirt. And I'm also wearing a red sweater, to the surprise of absolutely 0 people. This sweater I've had since I was 12 years old. Yeah, this is the sweater. It's an Aeropostale sweater. I was given it by my mom when I was like 12 years old, roughly. It was too big for me. It was too big for me at the time. So as you can see, like 10 years or so later, it fits me perfectly. So there's apparently another door. There's like another rock plort somewhere that I need to, and like I saw it too. I saw where that rock, I saw another rock plort somewhere around here. Oh, is that? Well, no, that's the door. Oh, wait, I got it. Okay, you only needed 2. All right, there you go. Get the other map? Yeah, I know. Like, I'm gonna try to get it. I'm gonna try to get all of them. There's a way to get down here. You need to like drop from above or something. Oh, I can fit here. Oh my god. I don't know if that's like how that's intended. Yeah, see, look at this. Wait, no, let me try again. Yeah, see, that's how you get a plort. That's how you get a shadow plort. Here's where the map was. All right, cool, we got an entirely new area unlocked. Is that a twin plort? Yeah, it's a twin statue. I would need to bring a twin plort. So here's a place where we get some twin plorts. Oh, here's one of these projector areas. Yeah, I'm actually gonna take this twin plort and bring it back. So what on earth does that do for us? Okay, I'm under the impression that I could just remove this afterwards because I do want these back so I can keep using them. What's going on in here then? Oh, wow. There is just like a completely different looking place here. When they described this area, they said it was kind of loosely based off every area in the game, and also nothing else that's really around here. Oh, there's like some slumber largos. But like, I need to find the slumber slimes in the first place. I haven't like seen any. Wait, no, there's one. Screw it. We're bringing him home. We'll find someone to combine them with. Well, I think there's still like a slime or 2 we haven't seen yet. I have not found the map for this area yet. Okay, we were literally just there. All right, so that gives us an entirely new region to look at. Do you have any dreams, Gigi? I used to have a lot of dreams. I wanted to break free of the expectations my parents had for me. I wanted to be in charge of my own path, so I dreamed of running away and becoming whoever I wanted to be. I dreamed that one day, they would see the person I became and be happy for me, and everything would be fine somehow. It wouldn't matter that I left them behind. But when you're young, sometimes you don't see just how broken things are right in front of you. Your version of the world is like a foggy bathroom mirror. The shape of things, but not the detail. I know now that my mom never got over my grandmother's passing. I didn't realize the pressure she felt to continue her legacy, and the sadness that just became part of her life. Not until long after I was gone too. Now I dream that someday I'll make it back somehow, and I'll make it back home, and somehow my parents will understand why I had to leave. I think that's always what it comes down to. You just want them to understand you. This is getting surprisingly deep. I feel like I never saw this character at all in the previous, when I originally played this. We could probably go into the other area and find the map there. I just like don't really know what I'm expected to find around here. I guess like just continue exploring and like unlocking more stuff. That thing there I'm gonna need to fire a plort into, but I might like, I'm gonna bring these slimes back, make a corral for them. Make a corral for them and then like farm them too. Y'all are low-key sleeping on slime girls? Oh, look out, guys. Look out for Blue's hot take. Okay, so basically what you have to do is that you need to find like 3 different plorts. There's like another slime you need to find here. I want to say there's like a 3rd slime type that you can find in this area. But we can't do that right now. We need to go back home. We need to go back home and find and like get some other work done. Luckily, this works really well. It's honestly fantastic. Basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the last region that's in the Grey Labyrinth and we're gonna grab that other slime. And we're gonna combine them and take their plorts. Because I think we'll eventually need 20 of each plort that you find in the Grey Labyrinth. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Like, these guys can get out really, really easily. I think it's time we say goodbye to these idiots. These guys eat meat, and it's just a waste to keep them around. So we'll probably just take, like, all the tangle plorts and either store them in the research station or just, like, sell them. All right, let's head back. Yeah, look at that. We can get there instantly now, which is great. And also, I've even put it in like the same place, like the place it needed to be. There's like one other statue in the area we'll need to find that represents like the other slime. Yeah, see? Look. There's one other slime somewhere. Oh, wow. And then we have to guide this light? That is also like very, very far away. Can I even make that? I need to do this from like a higher vantage point. All right, I feel more confident in this position. I also see an area lower down. Yeah, I think there's like one more slime that I'm specifically meant to find here. If so, that would mean that the terrarium is basically, well, an insurance policy. So that if the worst happens, there could be a do-over. I mean, relatable. What part of that do you relate to? Is this another trauma dump? I'm kidding. It's like, I don't mind like hearing the backstory. I feel like we've heard more about her than like any other character in this game. All right, so at least like this gets us like a new area to look at. Of course they like hide hunter slimes on the other side of a door where the plort is required. That's the slime we're looking for. Yeah, this is it. I think this is the last slime we're looking for. I've seen pictures of this guy. They do look cool. So what the hell is this over here? Whoa, here, take that. I need that plort. This is the last plort that we need. Then I just gotta find the statue that it's from. I did not see this on the interactive map. Was this added in 1.0? This area is clearly based off the Powder Puff P. Definitely like an area that I've never seen before. Oh. Angler statue. What the heck? You're asking a lot of me here, all right? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see an angler around here. Also, somehow this still hasn't been resolved. I still don't know where the fuck we turn this on. I don't know. I find some of this stuff like really frustrating because it's like you had to have known that you needed one when you came here. Okay, I am a fool. It's not this plort that you need. It's the shadow plort that you actually need. We're gonna have to go find a shadow plort. All right, there we go. I think the statue's like right above me. Yeah, and then we just get there from here then. I guess that's why they give you all these shadow slimes here. Yeah, it's this. Jesus Christ. Now we can go see what this door over here is all about. There's a whole other space here. And then we get a portal here, and it looks like we need to feed this Gordo. I can hardly believe you made it this far, Beatrix. This labyrinth would swallow up a normal person, but you're different. I was right to put my faith in you. The Prismacore lies ahead. Maybe together we can stand a fair chance against stopping this thing and changing the future of the far, far range. Is this it? Shit. This area was covered in clouds before. I bet like we would have died if we tried coming down here before. Oh, let's go check this out. I mean, it is pretty. Just once in this game, I would like to see a physical human. I would love to witness a physical human in this game. Maybe we'll actually meet Gigi. What's going on here? Oh. Enter the Prismacore within the Grey Labyrinth. Here it is, Beatrix, the Prismacore. I was breathless when I first saw it, seeing the way light twisted and moved within it, the way it seemed to change with every moment. It was like staring into the infinite. If I only knew then what would become of it, of me, of everything. I'm sorry to have brought you here, to have pulled you all into this, but it was the only way. Where are you? I'm afraid I still can't greet you in person. I would have loved to thank you properly, but I've locked myself away in the facility on the other side of this room. I'll try to explain everything. After all, in other words, we don't have a 3D model for this character. I am the granddaughter of Hobson and Thora. I didn't know that. I know who those two characters are. They never told me they had a granddaughter. Was that something mentioned in either game? Also, I feel like at a certain point in the game, all the other characters feel non-existent. Like, they only send me gifts now. You might not believe this, but the short answer is that I'm from the future. In my time, I discovered Rainbow Island in the Prismacore, and things went badly. It was rapidly destabilizing. Okay, so that's why they didn't mention her. We'll accept the idea that there is time travel in the Slime Rancher universe. Alright? I discovered Rainbow Island in the Prismacore, and things went badly. It was rapidly destabilizing, and when I tried to fix it, I only made it worse. I called the wrong people to help, and then they tried to exploit its unnatural power. And everything quickly fell apart after that. There was an explosion. Prismatic light tore across Rainbow Island and into the atmosphere of the far, far range. I shielded myself from the blast with my arm. Something happened. The energy from the Prismacore imprinted itself onto me. I can feel it coursing in my arm despite my efforts to contain it. It's why I sealed myself away and I need your help. When I get near the Prismacore, it causes the destabilization to accelerate, like it's reacting to my own energy signature. But if you're here, what about back home? My world, the far, far range of my time, it's on the brink of disaster. The Prismacore's energy has blanketed the atmosphere and has begun to warp the environment as it is here, changing trees to metal, water to glass, and even phasing the natural world out of reality. In time, there will be nothing left to sustain the ecosystem. Faced with that, knowing that I had a hand in causing it all, I had to do something. Did something like this happen in the first game? Did we get to a point where it's like, Beatrix, we need your help. The multiverse is in danger. So how did you travel here? Remember during your previous journey in the Glass Desert where my grandfather led you... Wait, was the Glass Desert a location in the first game? So that must have been something... I forgot about that. Honestly, maybe I should have played Slime Rancher 1 in my own time before this. Endgame location? Okay, thanks. I'm glad someone here has actually played Slime Rancher 1. I have played it, but it was a while ago. That was a really long time ago. My father led you to a portal beyond space and time. When you got there, it seemed like it was ruined. That's because I had already used it. I was able to direct one in my world to this point in our timeline. There was just one problem. It crumbled from the shock of activating when I arrived. I didn't realize it would be a one-way trip. So you're stuck here. Yes. Perhaps there's a way of repairing the portal, but like so many things here, it's beyond my understanding. So I have to accept that I will never return home and never see my family again. But it'll be worth it if we can somehow stabilize the Prismacore. If we can do that, then not only do we save everything here and now, but it will fix my mistakes in the future. I have to believe that. So she's like Slime Rancher 2099, basically. I've linked this exchange station to my facility here, so we can exchange things you find for things I can make. And like I was saying, I think I can invent something here that can uncover hidden areas in the labyrinth. Maybe the harmonizers. I really hope so. My guess is that anything unstable or out of place here is a result of the prisma waves blanketing the labyrinth and transmuting things. If I could invent something to nullify them in just a localized area, it might be enough for you to uncover where the harmonizers are hidden. So we need 20 prisma plorts for that thing, to make that device so we can go find these bells. Which I will totally not look up where they are when we go looking for them. I'll put a portal here, and then we'll go place one back home. And then we'll just have a way to get here really easily. We gotta go do some more ranch work, because I have a feeling that if she's gonna make me build anything else, I'm probably gonna need some of the, I'm probably gonna need more shadow plorts. I'm gonna need more plorts from the slimes that you can find here too. There's also a new message in the comm station. Honestly, I'm very curious if any NPC has anything to say about anything that is happening here. I would love to know. Hi. Really? Attention flag. Yeah, it's like none of them have anything to say about what's going on right now for some reason. These guys also eat vegetables. Oh, I didn't think about that. Well, it's fine. As usual, they are always very, very hungry. Maybe I gotta get like a twin slimes mixed with something else. I don't know, I think twin slimes are just always gonna behave this way. The only way a slime could honestly die is through the fabric of reality being torn apart. I love how when they came to the resolution that all of the entire universe could implode, we were like, no, the slimes. I like how that was our first thought. I want to see what exactly this does. Actually, doesn't look like it'll take much to feed this guy. Yeah, it is a portal. Where does this go? Oh, wait, this is the portal I was looking at. Wait, that's honestly amazing. I think I saw this portal last stream, and I was like, huh, where's this connected to? I might need to move that purple portal then. We actually won't need that there then. I need to go grab, like, just some junk in general. Because I need it for, I might actually switch to PC controls for this. Because essentially what we have to do is that we need to feed shadow slimes. But the problem is you have to actually shoot an item at them. I don't know if I could confidently do that with a controller. I guess like I was meant to build up a supply of them over the course of this, but I really just didn't. All right, here we go. All right, fuck it. So let me just remember how this game controlled. So it's right click to suck, and then it's left click to spit. Yeah, I just need you guys to keep eating. I don't know, maybe I should have just brought my own slimes to this. Getting 20 of these won't be that bad. I'm under the impression that you cannot feed slimes these plorts. Yeah, it looks like you can't feed them these plorts. And I think it's like different areas are affected or under like this instability at different times. Oh, it actually stays like longer than I thought. All right, so that's 17. We almost have 20, but I bet we're probably gonna need more for other things we're gonna need to build. This sounds to me like the end game plort. All right, so that seems to be enough. However, we'll collect some extra. All right, well, so I get a nullifier, a strange device designed by Gigi. When placed near unstable walls, it allows passage into the room beyond. Yeah, see, this is what I thought. So you need 20 of these plorts for each of them. Now that you have my nullifier gadget blueprint, go ahead and craft it at the fabricator in the conservatory. Lets you start looking for those hidden areas behind strange walls. Which again, so once I make this thing, I'm probably just going to look up where all of them are. I am most likely just going to look it up. So we'll need 13 more of these, and then we can make our own projector. That would have been embarrassing. All right, switch to PC controls. It's like playing Aim Lab. I think this is already enough for our purposes. Also, what day is it at this point? 47? I wonder if we'll be able to beat this by day 50. Give me one nullifier. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to mysteriously discover where the hell we need to do all this. Yeah, here's one of the doors. So basically what I do is that I take a nullifier and I place it down. And it opens this space up. We will only need one of these things. You have to like shoot an item at it. Can it be water? Okay, that's fine. But this went all the way in there, god damn. In fact, I think I remember that. Honestly, as long as I'm here, I'm going towards it. Yeah, here we go. That's number 2. Then there's one in the terrarium. All right, so we can finally see what's back here. The problem is, there doesn't seem to be a map. I thought there'd be a map for this area, but maybe there isn't one. What we're here for is over here. All right, so that's location number 3. There's one that's just in like the ruins area. We came through here first. I had no idea this was here. And last but not least, it's like right there. Yeah, okay, I feel like I saw this at one point. All right, there you have it. I want to say that's all of them. I have no idea if they'll ever add any other updates to this game, which I think they will. And I don't know if I'll play them, but I think this is the last thing you need to do in the game. This is it, Beatrix. The harmonizer's activated, and with your help, I can stabilize the Prisma Core. Once you're ready, I'll begin overlaying the harmonizer's wavelength into the Prisma Core. This will cause incredible disruptions and send the Prisma Core into a state of chaos until we actually stabilize it. This chaos will have a volatile effect on the world around us, transmuting even slimes into masses of horrible tar that will fill this room and ultimately destroy everything unless we do something about it. What the fuck? Well, I don't have any water on me. All right, well, simple enough. So I have to find the actual water pocket. Makes sense. I also have way more water than I thought I did. There's a lot happening, all right? It's like I probably could have used my keyboard for this, but honestly, I kind of felt like using the controller for this. Cars surrounded the core, they're going to collapse. Use the hydro shower and blast them. I've also like almost died. Yeah, I just died. God damn it. Oh, don't tell me that sends me back home. Fuck! Alright, so I gotta be a little more careful than that. Or we can try this again. Hi. Alright. When you're ready, we can try this again. All right, I'm glad it has a failsafe. All right, we're getting there. We'll need to hit it one more time. All right, come on. Don't. Come on. Like, get in the fucking tank. All right, there we go. Okay, that went way better. Come over so we can talk. All the readings from the Prisma Core, they're stable. It's on a completely different wavelength than before. I can feel it. It'll take a long time for the land to fully heal and effects like Prisma disruptions to stop. But Rainbow Island, no. The future of the far, far range has been saved. You did it, Beatrix. We did it. I can't thank you enough. What happens to the Prisma Core now? Time will tell, but I think it can remain here as yet another part of the world we call home. Humans were never part of this world until we landed here one day, and now look at us. We managed to be a part of it all and not destroy it in the process. That's the way it should be. Even the Prisma Core was once lost out in the void of space before it landed here, and now it's part of this world too. It's gotta find its true place in all this, just like me. So you're free now. I can feel a change in my arm. It's connected, it's still connected somewhat to the Prisma Core, but not like before. There's a quiet to it now. Just a low hum of energy. It feels peaceful. I'll need to run more tests to truly know, but I think that I might finally be able to leave this chamber. And where will you go? There's something I need to do out there. I need to talk to someone and let them know that my mom tried so hard, and I tried so hard and I couldn't be that person. And that every day my mom felt such guilt about not being that person either. Might not see you again for a while. I'm sorry. You know, we need to we need to keep fucking, like, we need to drill in the idea that there is a person behind that door, but we don't have a character model for them. Sometimes our journeys take us away from our friends and those we love. How do you manage it? I once had someone tell me you only need to look up at the stars. Because I think Bea had a significant other, right? Thank you, Beatrix. For all that you've done here, for me, and all that you have yet to do. The far, far range is in a better place with you a part of it. That actually it? That looks really pretty. That's a really pretty piece of artwork. Gigi left the Grey Labyrinth for the first time in as long as she could remember. It felt like leaving a dream. The night air was cool, and she heard the song of the wind as it wove through the prismatic grasses across Rainbow Island. She looked up to the sea of stars that flowed across the night sky. She thought of home and her mother. She wondered if she would ever have the chance to talk to her again, to tell her she was sorry. And so Gigi decided before her next adventure that there was someone she needed to see. Your fucking grandparents, like, goddamn. Well, it's like, I'm thinking about the continuity. So it's like the Hobson and Thora had a daughter, and then they had like that person had a granddaughter, and that's her mother. Which, yeah, makes sense. It was like coming home again, and she knew it wasn't the same. Yeah. It's like, will her grandparents remember her as like an infant, and she's like traveled to the past? Well, I don't really remember. She tried to find the words because I didn't remember how it was. It was like she was in the future, but she traveled back in time, or was she like stuck there or something? I don't know. Maybe I didn't pay attention again. Aw. But somehow no words were needed. I don't know. I'm like, did Thora ever mention like having a granddaughter? Oh. Somehow there was only love and understanding. Oh wait, no, that's like a different, that's not the same. I'm like, now I'm a little confused. I don't think that's a different kid. That's a different kid. It's fine. It's not weird. Time is a funny thing. They say it marches on, but what if you're not ready to march with it? What then of those that manage to travel in the other direction? Once upon a time, there was a girl who figured out how to walk outside of time. And with great courage and determination, she took that step. Because in doing so, she might just have a shot at saving the world. Then with the help of some new friends and a little luck, the girl saved the world, but lost to time. But somewhere out there, beyond time, a mother waits for a daughter to return. And though her days have been filled with grief and regret, somehow, today she felt something different. She felt a calm as the ominous colors that once rippled across the horizon began to fade with the rising sun. And then she felt memories coming to her that seemed long forgotten. Memories of her mother telling her she was proud of her no matter what. Telling her stories of Gigi and of the sacrifice she made. And most clearly, a warm memory of them all together and the love that they felt then. Because love is a funny thing. Once you feel it, you always have it. It transcends everything, even time. I also noticed her arm is all better. She doesn't have, like, the mechanical arm anymore. That was, like, surprisingly, like, deep. That got surprisingly, like, serious at the end. Oh, it's one of those games. You can't skip the credits. It's one of those games. Okay. You know what? I remember, I think this was like a Twitter argument at one point, maybe like a year or so ago, where it was like, should a game force you to sit through the credits? I think my only issue is that I feel like money stopped being an issue like halfway through the game. I felt like half of our playtime happened in the labyrinth. But like the actual slime ranching stuff felt like it was not, it felt like it wasn't playing like front and center in this game. Oh, this game was made in the Unity engine. I didn't know that. It kind of became more of a puzzle game in the second half. But that's kind of what the labyrinth kind of felt like. Oh, post-credit cutscene. That's a nice picture. Someday, somehow, I will see you again. Are there any other messages in the comm station? All of my slimes are starving to death. Really? Nobody here? Hey, a great teleporter. Really? No reaction. They should probably add something like that later. Let me go check something. They didn't do what I thought they did, right? There's this like little quirk that some video games have, where it's like, anytime you beat the game, if you re-enter the game, it'll take you back to the point before you like beat the game. Okay, no. Okay, good. But I think that's it. I really enjoyed my time playing this game. I knew I was really close to the end, so this stream ended up being super long, and luckily the stream didn't crash doing this. I'm very glad that didn't happen. I think this game's, like, pretty good. It's like, I feel like the actual Slime Rancher part of this game did not really mean much in the second half of this game. I feel like when you get into the labyrinth, this game stops really being about slime ranching, and it's about saving the universe. I'm not really sure where that came from. I'm not really sure where we decided to go from, like, Bea just went from, like, street level to universal level threats. I think that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my moderators for moderating, both on YouTube and Twitch, even though none of them on YouTube were here today. And I will see you guys most likely Wednesday. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.